now that we have inserted our sketches into the AutoCAD, we'll start making our drafting now. So we'll start drafting by starting with the wall. We'll take a look at our sketches and make a quick study of what we have there, like look at the dimension. So normally you can start sketching from any part of the building, or let me say any part of the plan you want, but I would like to start from the left hand side and take it to the right hand side. So I'll start studying the room arrangement from the left hand side to the right hand side, and from the top corner here I'm starting with the kitchen, which is 4 meter by 4 meter. Don't forget our unit is 4 meter. If we are not using our unit is meter, don't forget that. So if you are not using meter, if you are using feet, you have to convert all this to feet. But I will advise you to stick with this dimension so as not to get lost along the way. So we'll be using meter as our unit here. So starting with the kitchen is having a dimension of 4 meter by 4 meter, and below it we'll have a store which is 1.5 by 2 meter, and we have the stair hall which is 3.6 by 2.7 meter. We have the dining which is 3.6 by 3.75. We have the terrace here which is also having a length here which is 1.35. So take a look at the laundry. We have 2.3 by 2.5 for the laundry, and the terrace we have here, we have 2.3 by 1.35. We have the water closet here, the toilet here, which is 2.7 by 1.5, and we have the guest room to be 3.6 by 4.0. We have the living room, the general living room, to be 5.325 and 6.275, and we have the ante room to be 3.82, and we have the water closet here, the visitor's toilet, to be 1.5 by 1.2. The entrance lobby, the dimension is 5.325 by 21. So since we all know the dimension we have for the ground floor now, we can start creating the ground floor, and when we are done with the ground floor, we'll jump to the first floor. So let's start with the wall of the ground floor. So you go to the home tab, and under the drop panel you click on line. Just bring down your line. If your line is not drawing straight like mine, make sure you turn on the auto mode and you have a straight line. So just draw down the line an arbitrary distance or length and click OK. Hit escape. Draw another line horizontal to an arbitrary point and hit escape. To make the wall now, we use the offset command. Type offset, hit enter. The size of our block wall is 2 to 5. We are using a 9 inches block wall, 2 to 5. So hit 2 to 5 and hit enter. Offset this one down. Offset it here. So the issue we are having now is that we have zoomed too far into our object. So hit escape and delete all this. So what I will do again is that for me to see my inserted images so well, I'll have to rescale them again, and by doing that I'll go to scale here and select the two, right click, specify the base point, click on the angle here and type another 1000. So you can see now that they are looking bigger. They are looking bigger now. So I'll right click on this UCS and say easy icon settings and uncheck this show UCS icon at origin. So it takes it to this point of the screen so that it won't distract me. So let's go back to what we were doing in the first place. Click line, click here, an arbitrary point. Same thing for this horizontal line, an arbitrary point, offset 2 to 5, offset another 2 to 5. So it's now looking like it's very tiny, but don't worry, it's better this way. Offset another 225. One thing we have to understand again is that in architectural design, in floor plan design, the way we do our dimensioning is there's outside out to out dimensioning and in to in dimensioning. The dimension I gave to us is in to in dimensioning, and it will only give us the dimension of the room excluding the block. So from here now, I'll start to give the dimension for my kitchen, and like I said, the dimension is into it. From this point now, I'll pick another line, I will offset and give it a distance of 4 meters and offset distance of 4 meters, 4000, hit enter and select this object to offset, take it to this side, and I'll have to give my wall dimension, which is 225, hit enter. So this space is taking care of my kitchen. So bring this down again, 4 meters, and do this dimension 225 and hit enter. So this space is serving for my kitchen space now. So I'll look at what's next in my inserted image, and I know that beside it I'm having laundry and terrace. So I can easily do that by knowing what is the dimension of my laundry. The dimension of my laundry is 2.3 by 2.5. So I'll go back to my drafted image here. On this side again, I will offset by 2.3. That's 2300. Hit enter. 225 for wall. And hit enter. This point is aligning with my kitchen wall. If you look at my kitchen wall here, you'll see that it is aligning with my laundry wall here. So from here, I'll offset 225 for my laundry, 2.5 for laundry, and offset 225 for wall and hit enter. So the remaining space here is serving as terrace. So the next one again, I'll come back here. I'll come back here now. I know at this side here, I'm having the WC and my guest room. So I'll come back here to check the WC and my guest room. So the WC is 1.5 by 2.7 and my guest room is 3.6 by 4.0. So I'll do that. Offset this one by 1.5 and hit enter and give it the wall distance 225, and again I'll offset this one by 3600. That's my room, and this one 225, hit enter. So I'm done with the top part of the building, starting from the kitchen to the laundry, terrace, WC and the guest room. So I don't need this part again. Hit the escape key and hit the trim command. Trim all this away. So now, I'm left with the other part of the building to map out. So before I go out mapping out other part of the building, let me do some things to make sure that everywhere is cleared out. I said this is our kitchen, and we now have another line running into the kitchen, or let's assume we have another wall running into the kitchen, which is not so. We'll have to trim and select this and this. So I've taken care of the line running into the kitchen. Again, I'll move to the other side. I know that I have laundry and I have terrace here, so I'm okay with this place. So for my WC, I said the distance here is, the length of the wall at this side is 2.7, and what I'm having here, I'm not sure it is 2.7, so I'll have to offset again 2700, hit enter, move it this way, and 225 for wall, hit enter. So I'll need to trim, use the trim command, and the trim command, select this point, select this point, select this point and select this point. So I'll do this and do this. So I'm done with the toilet. So I have another line running into the toilet, which is coming from the laundry, the wall dividing the laundry and the terrace. So to clean this line, hit the trim command again, select this wall and this place, and hit the trim command, and that's gone. So I've already mapped out my kitchen, terrace, laundry, WC, and this is the guest room. So I'll move down and go to store. Store the length of the wall at this side now. That's what I will use to determine the store. And for the store now, I'm having 1.5 as the length of that place. Offset 1500. Move it down, and 225 for wall. Hit enter. After that, I have this stair hall to take care of. The stair hall is 3.6 in that direction. In this direction, 3.6. Move it down, 3600. Hit enter, and 225 for wall. So to take care of the store, if you notice that the door by the store is here, that means the wall for this side is not running all through. So I have to create this wall for the store, and the distance from here to this point is 2.7. So I'll have to offset 2.7. This is my store. I'll offset this 2.7, 2700. Hit enter, 225 for wall. Select this again, 225 for wall, and hit enter. And I'm going to trim away for that. Trim, select this wall, select this part, select here and select here, and you trim this away, and you trim this away. Here now, this is our store, our kitchen, our stair hall, and at this point for our stair hall, this is our stair hall. We'll take care of the dining room now. For this point now, we'll take care of the dining room, and to take care of the dining room, in this direction, the wall dividing, the wall coming from the stair hall is on the same path with the one going to the store. So from here, I'll hit the trim command, select this point, select this point, and each, and trim this away, and this away. So we have our store and our stair hall. So from here, we take care of our dining room. So from this point here to the other side of the wall, our dining room is 3.6. So I think the wall is also running from the side of the WC. So from here now, we should have 3.6. Let's try a quick check and see what we have there. So it's looking tiny now, but let's check. So we're having 3.6, 3600. So we already have our dining room mapped out. So we don't need to move anything from there. From there again, from the end of the wall of the stair hall, we offset another wall up again 1.35 to give space to map out our terrace. So from here, offset 1350, hit enter, and click, and offset again 225 for wall, hit enter. So we'll trim, select this point and this point, and trim away. So we'll also trim the line going to this side again. Select this point and this point and trim away. So we have this wall now running into our dining room, which is not part of the plan. So we'll have to delete this wall. Hit your trim command again. Select this and select this and we trim them away. So we have our dining room mapped out. This position will be our living room. It's already mapped out. So what we will do is just trim this line running down into the dining room. Hit the trim command again. Select this wall. Select this wall and we trim away. We have this now. We have our dining room here. We have our living room here. We have our terrace here. Our stair hall here. And this is our guest room, the WC. This is our laundry. This is our terrace again. And this is our kitchen. And here is our store. We need to map out our ante room and the toilet, visitor's toilet beside it. So from here now, from this wall now, our ante room is 2.5 downward. If you check our sketch, our ante room, this is our ante room. So downward here is 2.5, and we have our WC here. So go back to our drafting. So from here, we offset again, offset 2,500, hit enter, bring it down, hit offset again to 5, hit enter, and that is for our ante room. And the next thing we'll do is map out the toilet and clean out the unnecessary walls that we're having. You don't need this wall here. Use the trim command and select this and this and trim them away. So from here now we'll offset 1.5 for our toilet, offset the wall 1.5, 1,500, hit enter, 225 for the wall. And again we offset this wall now. We offset it up 1.2, offset 1,200, and this wall 225. So we have our WC for the visitor, and we'll trim away the unnecessary wall. So we'll trim away this, this, and this. So hit the trim command again. You have to trim away this and the wall above. Trim away this. Trim away this, and trim away this. So we have our shape for the visitor toilet. So the next thing is we'll look at our entrance lobby. Our entrance lobby is having a dimension of 5.325 by 2.1. So we already have the 5.325 because it's taking part of the dimension. It's taking the exact dimension from the living room again, which is this wall and this wall are matching with the wall of the living room, and we'll just have to offset downward a distance of 2,100 units. Offset 2,100, enter, and 225 for the wall, hit enter, and that's it. So we trim out the unnecessary walls. Trim, select this, and select all these, we trim them out. So you can hit shift, hit trim again, hit shift to join to this, and we trim this wall out. You can shift to join to this. So the next one again is that all these walls here, they are unnecessary and we have to trim them out. So this is what we have now for the ground floor. So before we go again, in our ground floor we have our aesthetic column, so we have to put that in the plan, and the column is 225 by 225. We already have one taking this shape here. This shape is 225 by 225. What we'll just do again is draw another rectangle, just draw a rectangle outside, 225, tab 225, and hit enter. So we can just do the copy command here. We'll do the copy command and select this, click the bottom corner and drop it here. Drop another one at this angle. So we need to drop another column here. Our rectangle serving as our column, we need to drop another column here. The distance between the two column is 112.5. That's the midpoint of this rectangle, 112.5. We click on copy and if you had 112.5 to 225, that will give us 412.5. So we are going to move to a displacement of 412.5. So as we are moving to this side now, just type 412.5 on your keyboard and hit enter, and you see it has moved it to a distance of 412.5. So we'll do the same thing for the column here. Click the copy command, click on it, pick from this edge and move to this side, 412.5, and hit enter. So sorry, that one is moving it to the other side here. So it's meant to be to this side here. So make sure it's not snapping to any angle. If it is snapping to one point, it will not do what you want. So type 412.5 and hit enter. So we have it that way. So after that, we'll create base for our column. The base for this column now will be 450 by 562.5. Pick another rectangle. We do 562.5. Click tab by 450 and hit enter. We have this base. We now need to move and use this point. Drop it here. So as you can see, that means we have a dimension error around here in our placing of column. So let's measure what's the distance between the two columns. We're having a distance of 187.5 instead of having 112.5. So we have an additional of 75 mm. So what we'll just do is move this back 75 mm. Click on the move icon, select this and move it back 75, hit enter and make the measurement again. So we now have 112.5. So to do the base now, let's delete this. To do the base now, let's use this rectangle as the base now. We'll explode them. Explode. The same thing with this. We explode it. And now you can now say the distance here is, we offset for the base now, we'll offset this side 112.5, offset 112.5, offset 112.5, and this also offset 112.5. At this point 112.5, 112.5, here again 112.5, 112.5, and we hit escape. So we need to join all these offset line together to give us the base. So we'll use the join command for this and this, join. Use the join command for this and this, join. So to join this side now, we'll use the fillet command. Type F on your keyboard and select fillet. Type R again, hit enter and make sure you enter 0 as your radius. So you select this, hit your space bar again and do the same thing all over, select it and this. Space bar again, select this and this. spacebar again, select this and this. So we have our base for the columns here. So we need to do the same thing here now. So the same error we have there, we will surely have it here. Let's check again. Distance between these two columns, that's 1855. So we have to bring it back 75 mm. So hit the move command, bring it back, type 75, hit enter. We now have to explode so that we can make our base. Select this and this, explode. So we hit offset 112.5, hit enter, 112.5, 112.5, 112.5, 112.5, 112.5, 112.5, and escape. So from there now we'll join the lines together. Join this and this, join together, join this and this, join together. We'll now use the fillet command to join this side and this side together. Hit F on your keyboard, fillet. You now hit M again to do multiple fillet and press enter. Join this and this, join this and this, this and this, this and this. So we are done now. We've mapped out our ground floor. This is our kitchen, our laundry, terrace, WC for the guest room. This is the guest room. This is the living room, the dining, the stair or the store. This is our ante room, and this is the toilet for it, and this is our entrance lobby. What we need to do now is to cut out our windows and door into this shape.